Hey guys, happy Halloween. Welcome back to Comic Talk. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. And today we are continuing the series on this channel where I watch each and every episode of Flash, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Arrow, Batwoman. Watching all those episodes leading up to the crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths. 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 And so yeah, so if you want to see me do something different on the channel, again, leave it down in the comment section below. But today we are going to continue the series. Today we're talking about Flash, Season 6, Episode 4. What do you mean? Oh, uh, this is not the Flash. This is Reverse Flash. This is Reverse Flash. Oh, well, I'll be back in a flash. Oh, okay. Yeah, see? Back in a flash. Told you guys. So, today we're talking about Season 6, Episode 4. I really like this episode. Before I talk about it, so this episode is mainly focused on Cisco and Barry, and Cisco dealing with Barry's gonna die, and so, it's his best friend, so of course he's not gonna want to just like sit back. Oh, I'm gonna want to rescue you. I'm gonna want to save you. And Barry's like, well, the only way that everybody lives, everybody in the whole universe, multiverse, survives if I die and you don't save me. But again, I have a theory. Watch till the end of the video to listen to my theory. But so this is just dealing with Barry and Cisco, and so basically just Barry trying to ease Cisco, which he can't really, and then well, just everybody just kind of dealing with Barry's gonna die and they can't do anything to save him, and they only have a time limit, and it's just like Ralph is off, and then Cisco especially is the one who's off, and then at the end of the episode, Joe is kind of like, I'm gonna miss you. It's his dad, and he's taken care of him since he was a little kid, and he's the first one who he told about the Flash. And Joe's like, oh well, if you're a good cop and you do what you're supposed to, and you're supposed to retire, you're supposed to come home with your family and come home unscathed and all that stuff. And Flash is like, well, unfortunately, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm grateful for my powers. I'm grateful for what I've been given. I have a grateful life, and so it's just everybody dealing with. It's an emotional episode, and of course, because this is someone who we've been through with 6 seasons, and we it's an emotional episode. Everybody just dealing with Barry's gonna die because he's been in these people's lives for for a prolonged period of time. This is his family. His basically everybody in the show in this episode is basically his family. Caitlin, Cisco, Joe, Cecile, everybody, Killer Frost. So these are all people who've helped him, who've gone on the journey of him becoming the Flash and better than the Flash, defeating all these villains. And it's just an emotional episode because they're like, oh, so we can't save you, we can't really do anything, because if we try to save you, then that's one of the things where um, everybody else dies. So he's like, oh, I need to die in order to so everybody can live. But so and then they're dealing with Harrison Nash Wells or whatever, and trying to find the cure. And they're trying to Barry's like, oh, Cisco wants to save somebody, and he's trying to, maybe so he can something that they could someone they could save before Barry dies and all that stuff. So he's gonna try to save Caitlin's friend Ramsey. Remember from the last episode, he's barely, he's a bad guy, and he has HLS, I think, or whatever, and he has this cancer, and he's trying to have the ticket to immortality and all that stuff. And um he's asked Cisco, oh, maybe we can help him, maybe we can do this one more time, and we could save somebody, and maybe not you, maybe not me, but like maybe we could just save somebody, and maybe it could help you all, through this and all that stuff. And just something to do, just something to keep his mind off that him dying. But So H Nash Wells is came, and he's like, oh, I can help you with Ramsey or whatever, and if you help me with that, then you have to give me this build me this little thing to for my projector or whatever. And so they go to this Nashwell H Harrison Nashwell's takes them to this place where they find like this thing, and Cisco asks him, oh, can this protect you from antimatter? And so when they get to the building, Cisco like puts a thing so they can have an alarm so he can have the room to himself, and he takes the thing, puts it in his pants, like in his pocket or whatever, and so Barry doesn't see. And then when he comes back, he's like, oh, it's not there anymore. And but they find out when they go back to the lab, because they know that the thing has to be 15%, and Barry sees this thing, and Cisco's working on the thing for Harrison Nashwells, and he sees like this frozen box thing, and it's like, oh, it's 15 degrees below zero or whatever, and he's like, oh, what's in there? And then he finds out that it's a thing that to save Ramsey. But then that's where they have like their fight, their kind of their thing. Because Cisco's like pouring his heart out to Barry. He's like, I'm your best friend. How are you gonna let me do this? How are you gonna let me just like, oh, I'm just supposed to be just cool with just you dying and just me standing back and just doing nothing? And Barry's like, well, basically, but it's like, I know it's hard, I know but this has to be the way. I've seen, billion, different scenarios, and the only way is if you don't save me. And I get it, it's Cisco's, how do you tell, and Barry says, like, how do you tell your best friend not to save you when you're gonna die? It's like, basically, he's been through a lot. They are best friends. They've been through, a lot together. And how do you tell your best friend, oh, don't save me? You can't. He's a hero too. Cisco's a hero. He was Vibe. He was used to saving people. He's used to making cures to save people, and now he's like, well, the most important person in your life you can't save. Don't save him. If you save him, then everything in the whole universe, all of the universes, will be gone. And it's like, that's that's very hard to deal with. And so then he's like, Cisco reluctantly is like, here is the serum's yours, and he takes it to Ramsey. And fortunately they find out Ramsey is actually the bad guy who's been killing all the people, and the only way to he's found a way to like keep himself alive, but the only way to keep himself alive is to kill somebody and then feed off their whatever and all that stuff to confront them. And they find out it's not uh, they found out they were trying to help a killer, basically. And that's where really the episode kind of ends. But at the end of the episode, Joe's like, oh, I need to he was talking with Barry, and he's pouring his heart to him too. And he's like, Barry, I'm gonna miss you. I can't, he's basically, this is his father figure. I'm gonna miss you. I'm going to all that stuff. And they start to have a moment. They start crying. They start hugging. And I'm almost crying too, because I'm like, this is very sad. This is very a deep episode. And at the end of the episode as well, Cisco gives him like the chip for his Cisco gives Harrison Nashwell's the chip or whatever, because remember from the last episode, his Harrison Wells just came to this earth or whatever. He was looking for something. So uh he goes back, and he's going in the tunnels or whatever, and he has like a hologram thing. It's a hologram, and then we all see, and it's the Monitor, and he's walking through this tunnel, he's walking through this thing, and then we find out, oh, that's what Harrison Nashwell is looking for. He's looking for the Monitor. I don't know why he's looking for the Monitor, but he's looking for the Monitor, maybe to ask him, well, what is he doing about the crisis? What is he doing about this? What is, that's where the episode ends, basically, where Harrison Nashwell is hitting this wall where basically the Monitor just walked through, and that's where the episode ends. But this was a great episode. This was an awesome episode. This is a emotional episode where basically just everybody's just kind of dealing with Barry and is gonna die, and they can't save him. And so this is what everybody's gonna be dealing. And oh, I forgot to mention, Ralph is kind of down in the slumps too, and Iris picks him up from the slumps. But he's basically, for the whole episode, he was kind of a jerk to Iris. But Iris gets it, and we all get it, that he was being a jerk because he's like, well, why am I gonna save this person when I can't even save my, my friend, the person who's actually helped me turn my life around? Because Barry basically helped Ralph turn his life around and turn a new leaf and help him become a superhero. And but Ralph is like, oh, I can't even. Why am I gonna save this other person? He was on a case, and Iris is trying to help him, but he's like, what am I gonna do if I can't even save Barry and all that stuff? So very emotional episode. And the last episode was kind of dealing with Killer Frost. This one was dealing with Cisco and Ralph and Joe, and that's just very sad episode and very emotional, but a very great episode, very well told, not cheesy, not like, oh my god, this is too much emotion, this is clouded with emotion. I think they did it perfectly, where you're like, oh, okay, I feel for these people, I feel for all these other, for Barry's friends and for Barry as well. Barry has to deal with his own mortality as well. And so I don't know who so I think they're gonna still try to go after Ramsey and all that stuff, and they're gonna still try to find out where the monitor is and all that stuff. And so this was a great episode. If you liked the episode, please leave it down in the comment section below. Please like. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It will mean a lot to me. It goes a long way. And tomorrow I'm reviewing Arrow Season 8, Episode 3, which is also a crazy episode. So again, if you want to see me do something different on the channel, please leave it down in the comment section below. Give me a like, subscribe. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And happy Halloween.